Hi guys, it's Val, Toxic Free. Welcome. Thanks for joining me today. Today I want to do a video on sacrificing our needs for our sanity, basically, which is what we need. Oh no, the tuft's back. I wondered when that was going to come back. Before I do start, I wanted to say hi to anybody new that's joining me and doesn't know who I am or what I'm about. I'm Val. Hi. And I started doing videos about 8 months ago, and I wanted to talk about things that I'd been through and so the ways I'd survived them, and just tips that I'd done that have helped me get through the night, get through the week, get through the year, to where I'm at a point where I'm not as bad as I was. It's just about helping and passing on any information that I can to help us all fight these nasty pieces of work. So back to the video. I've recently been through something, if you've watched the last few videos, excuse me, about my letting agency, which were toxic. The lady that owned it, toxic, made my life really hard. She had me by the bollocks, basically, and that's kind of what it is. When you need something of somebody, they have you by the bollocks. When you want something, or you need something, or you desire something, they have you by the bollocks. I needed a home. I needed heating. She had control over all these things, and she manipulated me when she decided she didn't like me, because I was, as you can tell, or as you will know, that I'm a bit mouthy and I like to say my piece. But she did have me over a barrel because I couldn't do exactly what I wanted to do, was because of a contract. As soon as you sign your name to something, that's it. They have you. I didn't want to make waves for myself to the point where it would make my life even more difficult. And this is where they have us. They have us through our needs. And they also have us because we will do whatever it is to make our life easier. And they know this. I knew, when I look back now, I know or knew that she had the heating element that I needed for my apartment to keep warm. She ordered it, and she waited for 5 weeks before she told me it was going to get fixed. Now, I spoke to another plumber, and they said that they could have got the heating element within the next day. She waited nearly 5 weeks, and every time I called her, she would say, "It's not arrived yet," or when it had arrived, "It's not the right one, we have to reorder it." She had my life on hold. Why? Because she could. Because I needed her. I needed something from her. And as soon as you need something, they will hold that need to ransom. I will just go over the last relationships that I've had with Stumpy. If you've watched my channels before, you'll know that I call my ex Stumpy. I could call him by his real name, but I don't think he'd like that one neither. Stumpy, hi, if you're watching. He does like to join us occasionally, I think. What I needed from that man was my friendship that we'd had for a long, long time, and the future. He baited me with my future, with him, marriage on a Bermudian beach, and he would bait me and keep me going with our friendship that we'd always had. That's what I needed from him. I had to let that go. I had to sacrifice the need to want a future with him, and I had to sacrifice our friendship because my sanity was more important. With my ex, the somatic narcissist that I did a video on, I was probably flattered. I had fun. I used to go through to Sheffield for weekends, and I had to sacrifice that. It wasn't such a big sacrifice, but I did sacrifice it because I'm not going to put myself in a position where someone can have hold over me. And that's what they do. Now, recently there's things in the papers about Weinstein, Teeny Weeny, whatever his name is. He knew that actresses needed a job. So what did he do? He would hold that need over them. Come and play with my weenie. Now, if they really wanted that job, they'd probably play with his weenie. But they would probably have to have sacrificed a position in a film or something if they said no. which is disgusting to have to be put in a position like that. But this is what happens. They have something that we need or we want, and they hold us to ransom. We end up dancing with the devil, selling our soul to these people because we want something and we need something from them. If you work for somebody, your boss, you need the job. He can manipulate you because you need the job. Friends. I've had toxic friends. I had to let them go and sacrifice them. Why? Because my sanity. And some people can't do that because maybe people can't be alone, or they feel that they aren't in a position to make new friends. Think. Seriously stop and think. What is it that this person has over me that I need from him, that I can sacrifice or withdraw? See, with narcissists, sociopaths, it's a one-way street. With a normal relationship, it's two ways. You give love and you receive love, and you both do the same. With a narcissist, they will give you love because they know it's the supply that we need. It's our supply. Whether we're codependent, a normal person, everybody wants to be desired and loved and wants love. So they give us this love, but then they get their supply by withdrawing it and watching us hurt. And it's that love that we need that they have the power over. So the manipulation is literally where one person needs something and the other person knows this need and holds this need above them, holds this need to ransom, and only gives this person what they need when they want to, because they can. It's like, a partner needs love, a person needs a job, an actress needs a part in a play. I needed a home. It's all about need. And as soon as you need something from somebody and they're a manipulative person, they've got you by the bollocks. I don't know a relationship where it can be manipulative if nobody needs nothing from the other. But what we've got to remember is that they also need something from us. We also supply to them. See, we don't think that. We don't realise that if we take our need away, they also lose their need. So I want you to think about what it is in your relationship that you've got. Whatever you do, whatever relationship you're in, whether it's a work one, a colleague one, a business one, a loving relationship, a marriage, a child, think of what it is that that person's got hold over you. Think, what do I need from that person? And see if you can sacrifice it. You have to move out of the apartment if you're staying with somebody and they're a narcissist. And maybe you've split up. Maybe you're paying the rent. Please start looking for somewhere else to live. Sacrifice that home for your sanity. If you're in a job and you've got a narcissist colleague or a narcissist boss, don't put up with it. You have to sacrifice that job for your sanity. It's hard. We're never going to change them. We're never going to make them like us. We're never going to make them cooperate. We're never going to make them care or love or just be nice people and stop being dickheads. We can only change us. So we need to change. We need to take away from them what it is that they're holding over our heads, which is our need for love, our need for a job, our need for anything. It's a weakness. It's only a weakness in a narcissistic relationship. Wanting something from someone else, needing something from someone else, it's only a weakness in a relationship with a narcissist. If you're in a relationship with a good person who's normal, who loves you back, it's a two-way road, but it's a one-way road with a narcissist. It's a weakness, and they see it as a weakness, and they'll hold it over us. So please think of it. Think of what it is that you need from this person in your life, and think, can I give that up? Can I find that somewhere else? because I couldn't go on having somebody holding what I needed at ransom and only giving it to me in small doses and taking it away, giving it and then taking it away. We need to control it, and we need to take it away from them because they need our supply too. Guys, I think I've covered everything. Listen, stay safe.